Well, good morning, everyone. Good morning. It's a early Saturday morning episode of 91 Reasons. Normally, I record this show in the afternoon after I've been awake and I've had lunch and blah blah blah. I have to work today, and I wanted to get this story told before I go to work. So it's if my voice sounds different, it's because I'm doing that easy listening. You're listening to easy listening radio. So I'm sure that'll change up as this story goes on. But as you can see from the title, it's a decidedly different episode of the show today. It's another mini episode. It won't be nearly an hour. But I wanted to put this down. So this week I was out Christmas shopping. I was at Target. And I was in line, and I had stuff for my wife for Christmas, some small items. And the phone rang, and it was her. And I said, hello. And there was a long pause. And I don't know if you guys who are married or have girlfriends, if the phone rings and it's your significant other, and there's a long pause before they even begin speaking, you're in trouble. Something has gone down. So she wasn't injured or anything. She wasn't in jail. So I said, hello. And she said, whatever you're doing, we can work it out. If you're up to something, you could just tell me. And as long as you don't lie, we can work through it. And I said, oh my God, what are you talking about? You know if what you've been up to. And you know what, dude listening, person listening, you know what? You have that terrifying 3 seconds where you go through everything in your head that you've done and you wonder, what is she talking about? What is she talking about? So I went through the Rolodex, and you know what? I came up empty. I wasn't sure what she was talking about because I haven't been up to anything. And I said, I'm in line to pay for your Christmas gifts. Can you call me back? Can I call you back? Okay, you call me back. And so I'm standing there and I'm paying. And it's funny because the juxtaposition of the absolute voice of terror on the phone versus the woman at, hi, welcome to Target. And she rings my stuff up. Have a great day. And I'm like, honey, have a great day. You have no idea what I'm about to walk into. I don't know what I'm about to walk into, but we're going to walk into it nonetheless. Now, I had left for work early because I'd planned on going to a couple of spots before work to pick up some things for her for Christmas. So I had a little window of time. Now, this window of time was about to close very quickly because once I got in the car and I called her, I was on the phone for about a half an hour. And I called up and I said, okay, I'm in the car. You can tell me what's going on. And she says, I was doing laundry and I was drying your pants and there's a pair of women's underwear in the dryer. What did you just say? There's a pair of women's underwear in the dryer, and they were with your pants. There's a pair of women's underwear in the dryer. Yes. And if you're with somebody, you can just tell me, because if you lie, it'll just make. Wait. How on earth could there be women's underwear in the dryer? Well, I don't. Hold on. Hold the phone. So I'm just in the car and I'm like, what on earth is she talking about? So then I get a picture on the phone. I get a text picture and it's a pair of women's underwear, little lacy underwear, thong back underwear. And I was like, I have never seen that pair of underwear in my lifetime. Well, they had to come from somewhere. Yes, I understand they had to come from somewhere, but they didn't come from me. What pair of pants were they in? They were with your black pants. I said, okay, hold on. I know what black pants I wore yesterday. And they're the tightest pair of black pants I own. And I only say that because if there was something foreign in there, I would have felt it. I said, wait, okay, I come home from work. I walk over to the kitchen counter and I always empty my pockets. My left pocket always has eye drops in it for my contact lenses. My right pocket always has keys. Back right pocket has my wallet. The back left pocket on usually all of my pants remains buttoned. So I said, there's nowhere for these underwear to have been. Well, I'm looking at them. I'm holding them, Jeff. They're an actual pair of underwear. Yes, you sent me a picture. They're an actual pair of underwear. I understand that, okay? But listen, I am not cheating on you. I don't know where they came from. Well, I just want to know, because this is every wife's nightmare, is you do the laundry and you find women's underwear. I go, this is not a sitcom, honey. It's really happening. Oh, I know it's really happening, because I'm staring at the underwear and they're used. Well, of course they're used. No, they're used. Like, these have been worn by somebody more than once. Well, what does that mean? Well, women only buy these underwear for like special occasions. A lot of people don't wear thong underwear all the time. I don't know women's underwear habits. I'm only around one, so I know your habits. I don't know women's habits. Well, I don't know what's going on. I don't know either, but they had to come from somewhere. So they were in the dryer. And they were wrapped around your pair of black pants. Well, they weren't in my black pants. I don't know where I would have gotten a pair of women's underwear. Well, I know. Well, that's not where they came from. Let me think about this for a second. Let me think about where I've been. Like, where would I have picked up a pair of women's I'm not cheating on you. And if I was cheating on you, why would I be stupid enough to bring home a pair of underwear and then leave them in my pants? Well, yeah, there's no answer for that, because that's ridiculous. Unless I wanted to get caught. And I'm a pretty smart guy. If I was cheating, I would be the cheating master, because I know how to think 3 steps ahead, okay? These are not mine. But you know what? I was in the dressing room for the show at work. You're in the dressing room? And there's women that are taking their clothes. I go, just stop. They're taking their clothes off. What? I go, no. You're getting the wrong. You're thinking about it in terms of like an '80s wacky hijinks teen movie. It's not like a bunch of naked women walking around. No. It's a big dressing room that men and women use, and one by one they go into a smaller dressing room to get changed. Nobody changes in the main room, and certainly nobody changes to the extent that they would remove their thong underwear. I'm just thinking maybe it got stuck on my pants, but even then I would have, like, I'm going to walk around work with a pair of women's panties stuck to my pants? That's not even possible. Well, I'm looking at a pair of underwear. Yes, okay, you're looking at a pair of underwear. So where'd they come from? What I want to know is where the underwear came from. I said, okay. Now I'm in the car at Target listening to this, and I'm just wondering, like, how did this happen? Where did this pair of women's underwear come from? It's the mystery of the ages, right? So I eliminated that. Maybe I picked them up at the dressing room, because they had to come from somewhere. So I said, this is crazy. Well, I have a theory. Oh, yes. What is your theory? You're having an affair and you're cheating on me with some girl, and she hid them on your pants because she knew I would be doing your laundry, and she wants you to get caught so we can break up and then she can have you. What did you just say? You okay. Not only am I cheating, Rachel, but I'm cheating with a crazy woman who would concoct some sort of Moriarty level scam that involves secreting underwear on my person in a way that I would not see it, but would somehow make it all the way to the washer and dryer. And she knows that you do my laundry and that you will eventually find the underwear in the dryer. That's how women think. I hope not. I hope that's not how women think, because if that's the case, you're all doomed. Oh my God, who would do that? There are women that would do that. They would totally do that because, you have to relax. You have to stop. This is ridiculous. I am not cheating on you. I am not cheating on you with a sane woman or an insane woman. This is not happening. You swear? Yes, I swear. Swear? Yes, I here. I will swear so much that I didn't do it, or I'm not doing it. That was anybody else's stuff in the dryer with my clothes? Well, Luke's was Luke. My son Luke. My son Luke had stuff in the dryer. Okay, let's take a step back. My son Luke is going through a very trying period in his life. And part of that is he doesn't know if he's gay or straight or transgender or whatever. And part of that is manifested in that he sometimes wears a dress or a skirt or a hair bow in his hair. And I said, Rachel, it is not out of the league of possibility that they're Luke's underwear. That, well, I can't see him wearing these. I go, well, that doesn't matter what you can see wearing. It's what happened, and they came from somewhere. So as soon as I get home, I will ask Luke in a very respectful way if they're his. I'm not going to be able to even relax. Oh, my God. Rachel, I haven't even started work. And I have an 8.5, 9-hour day ahead of me. I cannot deal if you're going to call me every half an hour, terrified that I'm sleeping with somebody. I know. I love you, honey. I love you. I'm married to you. I dedicated my book to you. I do podcasts about how much our love affair means to us. I am not cheating with anybody. So you need to get that out of your head. Okay, but these underwear just staring at me. Well, put them away. I have to touch them and put them somewhere. I don't know what. Just put them in a drawer until I get home. Okay? I just know they're going to be in there. I go, so suddenly they're the telltale panties. Doo-doon, doo-doon. They're watching you. They're here. Stop. Relax. Oh my God, you got to pull yourself together. Okay, I feel a little better because I believe you. Well, you should believe me because I'm telling you the truth. So I went to work and I had a really long day at work because the whole time I've got my mind on the phantom pair of thong underwear waiting at my house in a drawer, So I drove home eventually. I mean, this is 10 hours later I got home because I live far from work. And I hugged her and I was like, okay, we're going to fight. We're going to figure this out because I am not cheating on you. I have not slept with any other women. And let's work it out, okay? Okay. Where are they? They're over here. Let me show you the... Stop crying. Honey, oh, sweetheart, stop crying. So we go in the bedroom, and she shows me the underwear, and I'm like, okay. They're a size medium, and I don't wear a size medium. Okay. These are smaller than what I wear. Okay. I mean, okay, that's upsetting you that they're smaller. That's not my problem, because they're not mine. So I said, Luke, I need to speak with you in the bedroom. So Luke and I, and he's puzzled, like, what could Dad want? This sounds serious. And I closed the door, and I said, Luke, I'm not passing any judgment on you. It's just for information purposes only. But are you involved in any way with a pair of women's underwear? And he's like, what? I said, are you wearing women's underwear? No, I don't think so. I said, wait a minute. No, and I don't think so are two different answers. I said, here's what's hanging in the balance. And I showed him the pair of underwear. I said, you need to let me know if these are yours. Because at this point, your mother thinks I'm cheating on her. And if we can't figure out where these came from, your parents may be splitting up. So I need an answer. And he goes, they're not mine. I said, okay, they're not yours. Of course they're not yours, because when faced with this kind of pressure, you'd have to answer truthfully. I said, well, okay, they're not yours. You're not wearing women's underwear. No. I said, okay. And he's standing there in a pair of women's pajamas, and not what you think, like regular men's pajamas that button down the front. They kind of look like a little tuxedo, like a suit. Well, they're from Victoria's Secret, and they have a women's print on them, but they're a men's cut. So he's wearing those. I said, okay, let me go ask Austin. Now, Luke's 17. Austin's 14. Josie, my 9-year-old daughter, she has no idea this is even going on. So at some point she was brought in. But I go into Austin's room and I said, Austin, I need to know. Austin is my gothic kid. Like, he looks like Johnny Marr from the Smiths with dyed black hair, and he's wearing a black turtleneck. He looks like a beat poet from 1967. And so I said, I closed the door and I said, Austin, I just need you to answer truthfully. Is there any circumstances that would involve you bringing home a pair of women's or girls' panties? And he looked at me and he just got real pained and he said, I'm too miserable and lonely. I couldn't, no. And I was like, oh my God. Now I've just ruined his life because this is like something he would be into, bringing home a pair of women's underwear, because it would mean he'd been with a girl. And I said, okay, all right, no, it's okay. So I said, everybody, town meeting. I'm clanging the bell in the town square. Clang, clang, town meeting, everyone. Like the mayor in Nightmare Before Christmas. So we're all standing in our bedroom, and the underwear are on the dresser. And I said, look, guys, and Austin's there, Luke's there, Rachel's there. Her eyes are all red and puffy from crying. And Josie comes in, and what am I? She's there. I go, look, guys. This underwear came from somewhere. And your mom, I said, Luke, your mom is completely upset. And Rachel's like, we have to figure out where these came from. They came from somewhere. And I said, yes, exactly. I said, if we've learned anything from watching Sherlock with Benedict Cumberbatch, it's that there is a reason. No matter how improbable it is, there is a solution for any unsolvable crime. Right? It has to be. There has to be. Also, if you've ever watched The Brady Bunch, when Carol lost her earrings, they just retraced their steps, and eventually they were found in the drain of the upstairs bathroom. So the underwear came from somewhere. And Rachel's holding them, and she looks like they're Superman holding kryptonite, like it's paining her to even be around them. Oh, they can't even be in their vicinity because of what they represent. It's like they don't represent anything. They represent craziness. I said, there must be a logical explanation. And she's saying, well, they were wrapped around your father's pants. And I was like, that's a coincidence. I said, what was in the laundry with them? And it turned out there were other items in the laundry. Remember how Luke had an item in there? I said, what item of Luke's was in the laundry with my stuff? It was his pajamas. I said, oh, the pajamas he's wearing. Luke, what brand are those pajamas? They're Victoria's Secret. Yeah, okay. Rachel, what brand are the underwear? They're Victoria's Secret. Oh, they're the same brand. And what size are the pajamas, Luke? Medium. And the underwear, I'm going to guess, are medium too. I should have done it like Sherlock. And I'm going to say that the underwear are medium as well, aren't they, John? She goes, they're medium. I said, okay. So obviously, this pair of pajamas that we got at the thrift store, these were in the pocket because for a lot of young women, Victoria's Secret is a lifestyle choice, and everything they own comes from there. So that defused everything. That's the solution of where the underwear came from. But I tell you, man, dear listener, this was so stressful and so chaotic that at some point I was like, you know now why people admit to crimes that they didn't do. It's just to make it end. And I was like, I should just admit to cheating and just, it's some girl I met and she meant nothing and it was a one-time affair and blah, 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 blah. But I was right. I was not doing anything untoward, so I didn't want to go down that road. But you could see like somebody in Guantanamo would admit to just about anything under this kind of torture. I think if Rachel had had the capacity to waterboard me, she would have waterboarded me, pouring the cup. Tell us where the underwear came from. We know where they came from. We just want you to say it. But, oh my God. So I think we threw the underwear out. I was like, hey, we should keep those. This is a great family story. We're not keeping these underwear. They're gross. They're crusty. Oh, see, I could have gone without, using the word crusty in relation to the women's underwear. I could have, that could have, it would have been, my life would have gone just fine had I not had that adjective applied to the underwear. Any women's underwear in general, we could just do that. As a man, we like to be kept in the dark completely about whatever your habits are or your secretions or any of that. Thank you. I speak for all the men in the audience. There are things that we're happy not knowing, and that's thank you. Maybe you should just throw them away. We don't know where they came from, but just throw them away. But I do have the picture of them, so I will put the picture on the Facebook page so you can see exactly what I was trying to unravel in the mystery of where did the panties come from. Oh my God! Merry Christmas, huh? Merry Christmas. So, yeah, it was an interesting day, and I'm glad that it all wrapped up well. So I did end up. Now my wife's a big country music fan, so I did send her a picture of a cowboy hat and boots, and I said these were in the trunk of my car. Do you want to explain where they came from? Because they're not mine. I don't wear a cowboy hat or boots. She's like, it's not funny. I said it's kind of funny. From the guy who didn't cheat, who knows he's right. It's kind of funny. So. Hey, thanks for indulging this very special mini episode of 91 Reasons that wasn't about swap meet finds. It was about a find of something I didn't want to be found because I didn't have anything to do with it. The case. The case of the appearing thong underwear. Dun, dun, dun. All right. Thanks for listening, and there'll be a new episode Tuesday, and I'm hoping at some point this week coming up to continue our amazing run of Homestuck information, which people around the world are enjoying. So thanks for listening, and this is a very special Saturday morning early episode of 91 Reasons.